morning to you, St. Lucia. Thank you so much for waking up with DBS this morning. And for those of you who are still under the covers, not quite sure, because maybe a little still dark on the outside, it is 6 a.m. It is time for you to do that stretch. Get up, think about the day that's ahead so that you can go out there and power the day. And for those of you in the kitchen, if you're getting the school lunches ready, you're getting breakfast ready, here's hoping that the little sprinkle of love that you put in there for the family is going to make them feel energized for the entire day. Now, we have a very, very interesting, nicely packed package for you today. We'll be taking a look at the future. Yes, in terms of security, social security, that is, and why it is so important, and what the National Insurance Corporation has been doing to ensure that we all understand the benefits that we get when we engage in social security practices. That's coming up, as well as we'll be touching base with a fashionista. She's been doing it for years and doing it well. She'll be telling us about a new project that she has coming on, and so you don't want to miss any of that. First, we have to stop by the news desk. We must say good morning to Kendall.
Good morning. Prime Minister Philip Pierre has called the absence of the opposition leader from the start of Wednesday's debate of the estimates of revenue and expenditure unbecoming and a failure on the part of the opposition leader to carry out his obligations to the people of the country and more specifically to his electors.
It has never been the convention of this House for the Prime Minister's speech to be circulated because the speech is based on the estimates and not the policy of the government. When the government's policy is going to be discussed in April, the speech is made available immediately after. It has never been the convention, Mr. Speaker. So to use the excuse that there is no speech available, it's actually it's the leader of the opposition is failing in his duty to the people of St. Lucia. He is failing his duty to the taxpayers of St. Lucia. And I think it must be noted.
The Prime Minister has dismissed the opposition leader's behavior as childish antics. Minister for Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, Joachim Henry, is concerned about the number of St. Lucians still on his ministry's waiting list to receive public assistance. The minister, in his contribution to Wednesday's debate on the estimates of revenue and expenditure, noted that this is in spite of a $20 million allocation already being made by government to assist the island's neediest citizens.
This is very important for the government and for the people of St. Lucia and for taxpayers. It's important to note, Mr. Speaker, that while we have allocated annually, we continue to allocate $20 million to support people on public assistance. We do have on a waiting list 1,500 persons. That was as of last year. But it's not worrying for me, but it's important to note that this number has increased to 2,300 persons on a waiting list.
He has also welcomed plans to establish a new juvenile center to address exposed deficiencies at the existing boys training center by next year. Prime Minister Philip Pierre has reassured St. Lucians that crime and security remain priority areas for his government. He repeated the assurance during his presentation of the estimates of expenditure and revenue on Tuesday evening. He also defended the recently enacted Police Powers Act to address crime in hotspots.
The economic and social life of our country depends on a safe environment. So we will do what is needed to do to make St. Lucia a safe place. No individual or group of individuals will thwart our efforts to make St. Lucia safe. It is for this reason we swiftly enacted the Suppression of Escalated Crime, Police Powers Act, in the face of an opposition that shamelessly sought to make political mileage from the fallout of the homicides that were taking place in Vieux-Fort. This is a clear indication of the desperation that exists to regain the reins of power even if the country were to become unmanageable because of crime.
The recently enacted legislation has been well received by the hierarchy of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. It also got thumbs up from former police officer, now MP Jeremiah Norbert, during his response to the Prime Minister's presentation of the estimates in the House of Assembly on Wednesday. The National Insurance Corporation has taken its message of social security to schools across the island. The schools education campaign, dubbed Your Future Starts Today, commenced in February, with the NIC visiting over a dozen secondary schools on the island. The campaign targeted fifth form students, many of whom are preparing to enter the world of work, by empowering them with information about the way NIC works and the benefits available to contributors. Students were also given an opportunity to register their national insurance numbers for the first time. Your Future Starts Today was originally launched in 2019 but was suspended in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Those are your top stories. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Before we went to break, I was telling you about that safety net, Social Security. Well, the NIC is taking the message of Social Security to our young ones. They're taking the campaign dubbed Your Future Starts Today to schools across the island so that students can understand the benefits of Social Security and why getting involved with the National Insurance Corporation is indeed investing in their future. So they made a stopover at the St. Lucia SDA Academy. We want to join the team there, which is headed by Siobhan Alfred, the communications manager for the NIC.
Yes, so the National Insurance Corporation is taking the message of Social Security to schools across St. Lucia. And today we are here at the Seventh-day Adventist Academy for our school sensitization program, which is called Your Future Starts Today. So now Your Future Starts Today targets fifth form students at schools throughout St. Lucia. Of course, they are the next generation of workers. They're getting ready to go out into the world of work. And it's important, we thought, to empower them now with information about NIC, how NIC works, the benefits of NIC, and what would their role be as future workers in the society. Another thing that we're doing for them as well is that we're also giving them an opportunity to sign up for their NIC numbers for the very first time. So far, we have visited 14 schools, 14 secondary schools throughout St. Lucia, and we are happy as well to be here at the Seventh-day Adventist Academy. It's been a tremendous opportunity for us to see and to engage with those young people, and to the quality of questions, the intelligent questions, the feedback that we have been receiving. It's absolutely been amazing for us. Well, as of now, we've been going into the secondary schools. Of course, anybody from the age of 16 can sign up for an NIC number, and those students, most of them, the Form 5 students, most of them have it in the age of 16, and they're now qualified to receive their NIC number. Of course, we're looking for young people across the length and breadth of St. Lucia to get them enrolled in NIC, but also to educate them, to empower them with information about NIC, and so they in part can be more educated, more informed, and to dispel any perhaps misconceptions there might be about the NIC out there in the public. Well, the Your Future Starts Today campaign started in 2019, and of course shortly after it had to be halted because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we're absolutely thrilled that we've started once again, and we're able to go into the schools to educate those young people about NIC, the concept of Social Security, the benefits of NIC, and how NIC impacts their lives.
Well, we are very happy to have NIC with us today. I think this initiative is a wonderful initiative, especially since the students would subsequently be going out into the world. Having the Social Security very early is very important. That is a requirement for the work. So NIC being here providing the students with information concerning the benefits of retirement that information is going to help them plan going forward, make decisions that would affect their retirement, be better prepared to face that chapter, and especially in cases where the students may plan to develop their own business, have workers, etc. There are many individuals who don't understand the value of making those contributions, and later, too late, they find themselves in difficult situations. So I find that the early sensitization is truly beneficial, and we look forward to having this as something that will be done annually with our students at the school.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. And if you're waiting for this particular segment, you are not going to be disappointed. Well, we have the fashionista in the house. It's Miss Joyce Medrick herself. She is definitely an acclaimed model. Back in her day, Joyce Medrick strut the runways of Paris, New York, across the Caribbean. And so she has gone through that and to become a producer herself with Cinnamon Productions. And under Cinnamon Productions, Joyce Medrick has brought so much to St. Lucia by way of various fashion shows. And now, of course, under Cinnamon Productions, that has branched off into the Miss Universe St. Lucia franchise as well. But Joyce Medrick has stopped by to tell us about a gala evening that the St. Lucia Fashion Council, which she's the president of, is having. That gala evening is happening, yes, tonight, 7 o'clock at the Harbor Club. And Joyce is going to tell us all about the Gala Awards event, why it is so important, and as well as perhaps looking ahead to some of the things that she wants to do.
The St. Lucia Fashion Council was established in 2016 by Cabinet Conclusion of 193. So we serve as the umbrella body for all things fashion, from manufacturing, branding, show marketing, all of it falls under our purview. We hosted the first Fashion Awards in 2017, and of course we did have some challenges. There were changes of administration and priorities were different, but we stuck it out and we now here, and we're ready to do what is necessary for the sector and for the people who operate within the sector. The awards is our way of paying homage and recognition to the people who work hard within the sector. The members felt it was a good time to relaunch and to, come out and do what is necessary for the sector for themselves. And we've actually been trying to host it as far back as October of last year, but we were faced with many challenges, and so it brought forward, and we thought of February, and now March being Women's Month, they felt it opportune because we are predominantly women. The membership consists of more women than men, and so it's a good month to honor the women of the sector. Some of the categories up for grabs is, of course, Manufacturer of the Year. We have student designers because we have a cohort of young designers that are trying to get into the business. We have Emerging Designer, and of course our Style Legends Award is up for grabs. It's going to be hosted at a Harbor Club, and it takes the form of a dinner, and of course, it is like the Oscars, so everybody's going to come out decked out. And the whole idea is also to bring the attention and awareness to the people who work in the sectors and their work. And everybody, who is in fashion is really a model first and foremost. So the designers are their intention is to come out and it's fashion night out, and it's the opportunity for them to celebrate each other and to support each other within the sector. We do have over 500 people dabbling in fashion. Remember, fashion is not just garment making, it's a lifestyle. And I would love to see the vision that we have, or the vision that I have for the sector, is really for us to have our own institute so that we can groom and train our people from inspiration to product development. I would like to see the greater good, the best practices being implemented. Of course, fashion has evolved, and if we're going into the garment, manufacturing of garment, we have to think of sustainable fashion. What we trumped on before, where we, as hand-me-downs, are now being labeled differently as alternative fashion and recycling and upcycling. So it's been done, and as you may be aware, fashion is a cycle. We go through it, it's the whole cycle. And I think there is, from an economic standpoint, we should be benefiting far more. We boast of the cruise ships coming in, and we have all of those 8,000, 6,000 boats, passengers coming in. But really, I think the downside is we have not been able to truly capture that market. And there is a plan, there's a vision that we would like to share with the greater membership, with the government, to show how best that we can capitalize and capture, and so that we as a country can benefit far more and better than we are in terms of the tourism dollar being filtered down to the common man. Because we recognize that in the school system it is not a priority, and so our mandate is to also help educate and to find ways of collaboration. And with the connections that we have, that I have, there are lots of institutions and learning institutions that wish to partner with us and to help students, persons of interest, persons who are interested, in developing in the sector, the possibilities of them getting not just certified, but accreditation, with universities and stuff like that. So this is where the vision is, and this is how we would like to go. It's one thing to be putting on shows, it's another to really, are we really developing our people to truly understand what the sector offers and how best. In terms of young students, they don't see it as a career choice, but I would like to see the day, and for us to create that sort of environment and support network for them to see it as an alternative for employment, for building their own businesses. We look forward to, we want to thank the sponsors and everybody who has supported us as we look to welcome our members and all those who are supportive of our second annual Fashion Awards. We look forward to hosting them and welcoming them tonight at the Harbour Club. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Suzanne from Studio Fit and Healthy 911 and myself, Shani, from SocaCize St. Lucia. Let's get ready to flaunt with SocaCize. This morning's workout is a wine and tone routine to Happiness by Ding Dong. Let's get moving. All right, so we're going to begin tap, tap, step back, side. 4, 3, 2. Tap, tap, back. Tap, tap, back. Tap, tap, back. One more. We're going to add the arms with that. Let's go. Hey. 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 One more. Stretch those hands to the ceiling. Let's go. Brush the shoulder. Hey. 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 Push. Side. Next side. Happiness. Up. Brush it. Hey. Push. Next side. Third. Hey. 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 Leg on the bird. Hey. Next side. Step it out. Hey. 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 4, 3, you. Happiness. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Push. Happiness. Whoa. Push. We're gonna tap. Let's go. Hey. 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 Let's start the arms. Hey. Happiness. Happiness. Let's go. Whoa. Push. Again. Whoa. Push. Happy, happy.
Happiness. We not in a
Push.
Mona fear friend, mona bad mind. We don't want no friendship from them. Sing again now. Happiness.
Whoa.
We not in a with stress.
Push, push.
Dance me a dance and I enjoy myself. If you want to start for your business.
That was this morning's session. We hope you are feeling sexy, sultry, and strong. Do remember to flaunt today.
And my time here with you has come to an end. How quickly time goes by when you're having fun. But don't worry, we can do it all over again come tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to bringing you what's happening, what's hot on the scene in St. Lucia. Now, don't forget, we'll be having all of the action for you from that gala evening with Joyce Medrick and the St. Lucia Fashion Council. So you want to tune into DBS for that as well. I'm Melissa Joseph. Catch you next time.